Hey y'all, I wanted to share with you the goodies that I got as I unload them from the berry patch before I get started canning. Let me make a space for this tripod, because when I'm walking, Lord, my cleavage. Oh, my mama's gonna just hate that. Anyway, sorry about that. What was I saying? Berry patch. This is what I got at the berry patch, y'all. Our garden has not started yielding anything yet. So from the berry patch, I already put these up. They have these washcloths that I love because they wash good and they dry good. And they don't, like, you know, if you have a soured one, you can smell it as soon as you enter the kitchen. These dry so good. So I got a set of those at the berry patch, which I needed. And I like white because I like to be able to put bleach on them. As much cooking that goes on in this kitchen. I'm going to put those in the laundry room. Anyway, the berry patch. I got some pork skins, and they're barbecue flavor. $6.99 at the berry patch. Love me some pork skins. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Save those. I know what this is. If you go to the berry patch, I highly, highly, highly recommend these. They're Brussels sprouts. They're pickled Brussels sprouts, and they have dill in them. They are bomb.com, and they look great on a charcuterie board. I know this is a lot of information in one feed, but I'm just trying to help y'all, help sister out. I got an eggplant. I'm going to roast some veggies. And look, my boys did the dishes. God bless them. You know what? They have listened when I don't even think they're listening. God bless them. Thank you, Jesus, for my family. I'm going to wash all these. I've got eggplant. I've got red peppers, 2 red peppers, 1 green pepper. All are going into my sink with just a little bit of vinegar and water, even though Amy Crew washes them. And it says that on the display. I got some zucchini because ours isn't in yet. And I'm going to roast these boogers at some point. Maybe today. It's just noon here. Some asparagus. Nice asparagus, too, by the way. It was the last little bunch they had. And lastly, I got a butternut squash. I do not look forward to cutting this, so if anybody has any recommendations on how to soften these before you cut them, I would love to know, because it does take a lot of muscle to cut one of these. Those butternut squash and those spaghetti squash. Anyway, and then I got pickled beets for my sister-in-law, Vicky, who loves pickled beets. And I got her 2 of these. And they are also at the front counter of the berry patch, and it's that same company that does the Brussels sprouts. But listen, girlfriends, I would have never thought that pickled Brussels sprouts would be good. I'll just do that. But I was at the berry patch one time, and they had a display up at the counter, and I was getting ready to check out, and Amy said, have you tried these? And they had a trial, you know, like they had a jar open, not double dipping, but you can taste them is what I'm trying to tell you. And they had pickled okra, pickled asparagus, and these Brussels sprouts. They are amazing. Ask anybody that's had them at my house. They've loved them. Now, my boys don't love them. My boys don't eat a lot of green and a lot of veggies. They're meat and potato guys. Hang on, I'm itching. Now that we've mentioned that tick bite, I'm itching. Lord have mercy. You know, I had that spider go down my... Anyway, if y'all follow along, you saw the spider. I don't think it bit me, but my back's itching. And don't get sideways. I'm going to wash my kitchen scissors before I use them. Sorry, I think I'm a little punchy from lack of sleep. Anyway, do they ship to Louisiana? Molly, I don't know that, but I would go to their page if I were you and ask that, because they are worth it. And the price point on them is $7.99, and I could eat the whole jar. They're so good. I'm just telling you, and I'll do this again so you can screenshot it, because if they don't ship, you can at least look this up. And I know it's backwards, but what you do is screenshot it and then have your camera on your device flip it. Flip it. Anyway, that's what I wanted to show y'all. I'm going to get my veggies washed. My canning jars are going through the cycle in the dishwasher. My sweet husband, and I don't know if baby boy helped him or not, but those beans are snapped. There's a few that are not yet, but bless his heart, he works hard, 11-hour days, and he came home and snapped those for me. He could not have given me a better anniversary present than that. I love it. I love it when he does chores for me. And it takes it off my plate. Anyway, I'm going to show you guys some canning here in just a few minutes. I'm going to get straightened out and there's stuff everywhere. And just for you newbies, when you watch my page during this time of year, don't be surprised if you see corn all over the counter, like the whole ear of corn when corn comes in. Tomatoes, when tomatoes come in, the cabinets may be completely covered in tomatoes. When I first started this, people got real sideways about that, and I really wanted to ask them and let them know I wasn't cooking for them. I was showing them how to cook, but they wasn't going to have to eat it. Then COVID happened, and people got real weird about, oh, have you got your hands washed and all that? And I always said, I'm a career dental hygienist. I have to take OSHA classes. I know how to wash my hands and to keep food clean. Anyway, just a public service announcement for you #cutting up crew, and y'all can tell the other ones as they join that this is a clean, content's clean, and my hands are clean, and I don't do, dirty cooking. That might be a new term. I could really throw off on that. Anyway, I'm going to go. I know I'm chatting a lot, and it's because I'm really tired, and I have to keep chatting and drinking caffeine to keep going for today. Then I'm going to collapse at some point. Anyway, thanks for following along. People are so silly. Dawn, they are, and I'll tell you something I've learned from doing this for 9 years. Excuse me. Sometimes people don't mean anything harmful by what they're saying, but they're typing. So it comes off as sort of short and a little bit curt or a little bit snarky. And they really don't mean it that way, is what I'm saying. So I would love for y'all to tell me if y'all know a secret of how to soften this before I go to cutting it, because y'all can see my biceps are not what they used to be. And this is my working hand, and it's worn out. And so if you got a tip for me to cut this butternut squash, I am all ears. So please put it under this feed. If you know a trick, like maybe putting it in the microwave or something, like you do a lemon, and then you get more juice out of it. I learned a lot from y'all. Seriously, gotta bake it. Do I have to bake it before No, Molly, that's not what I meant. Sorry. I'm gonna do a sheet pan with all these vegetables on it and roast them. And then I'm gonna make a salad for me for this weekend. I'm gonna put a protein on it, and I'm gonna show y'all all that. And it'll be pretty, and it's got pretty colors, and it's fresh, and it's farm to table, and it's healthy. Why do you not do mini cooking video? Let's see, who said that? Susan, you need to scroll the page, because I've done, I don't know how many in the last week, but there's well over 500 videos on this page and on YouTube of cooking only. There's a lot going on here, though. I have a devotional aspect of this page. I have the cooking aspect of this page, the keeping it real, the sisterly talking, and the cutting up. It's my life, you know how it goes. So anyway, it's not just about the cooking for this page. So if you're looking for just cooking, I'd love to have you in my kitchen when I'm cooking. I don't mean this ugly, but I'm not the page for you, because it's a variety. You don't ever know what I might pop on here and say or do. It will be clean, and it will be pretty positive. So welcome to that. Anyway, y'all have a wonderful day. Thank you, Robin, for loving my page. I just love you guys. I feel like y'all are part of my extended family. I know that's weird. I know it is. But I've been doing this for 9 years, so when y'all's names pop up, I recognize them. So does Janet from Another Planet. Heck, my mama even recognizes some of y'all's names. Anyway, I could talk all day, and I'm probably going to get the Cookie Monster in here, and I'm going to talk to her while I can beans, but I'm going to show y'all what I'm doing with the beans as soon as my jars get sterile. Anyway, That's the first step in canning beans. If you're serious about it, get you some mason jars, and they need to go through the dishwasher so they'll be sterilized. Put it on the hottest cycle that you got and the longest cycle that you got on your dishwasher. If you don't have a dishwasher, you need to look up how to sterilize the jars, because I've always been fortunate enough to have a dishwasher, so I've never had to sterilize jars. I hear people talk like the olden days, they'd put them in the oven or they'd put them in a water bath. So there's information out there if you're one of those people that doesn't have a dishwasher. So just know that. But the first step is jars. You got to find them. You got to get your canner out. You got to snap the beans and wash them. And God bless my husband, he's already snapped over half of them and washed them for me. So I had him put them under water and put them in the refrigerator so they wouldn't dehydrate because they were already snapped. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, that's what I'm doing, and I'll show you what I can. And if you have any questions about it that I might can answer, please put them under this feed, because either I'll answer them or Janet from Another Planet will answer them or Google can answer them. There's a lot of information about canning and the safety of that. So you have to do what you're comfortable with. I do some shortcuts, but I've been doing it for 33 years. So if you want to know the exact scientific way to do it, you need to look that up so that you'll have safety too when you can your beans and they get old, and how long can you keep them and all that stuff. And they really turn color in the jar, and I can't explain that to y'all, nor can I show you an example, but they do turn a weird color when they're old, and then when you pop the lid, it smells bad. I can't explain the smell. It just doesn't smell fresh. It doesn't smell like green beans. It smells bad. Anyway, I hope that makes sense to you. I'll show you what I can. Thanks for following along. I'll see you soon. Bye now.